My name is Roger Berry. I am the administrator of the Nebraska Ethanol Board. The Nebraska Ethanol Board is a state organization that was set up in 1971 to attract the ethanol industry into the state of Nebraska.
I'm John Greer. I'm a farmer here in Edgar, Nebraska. I raise corn, soybeans, cattle.
Benefits of ethanol is cleaner air to breathe, plus, as you can see right now, it saves you money at the pump.
Any car that's 2001 or newer can use 15% without any problem. Some of the newer vehicles, especially the flex vehicles, can use up to 85%.
We need octane in our engines to keep them from knocking, and ethanol is the cheapest octane that you can possibly find out there. The fact is that the majority of people in the United States already use ethanol because 10% ethanol is in almost all of our gas. 97% of the gasoline sold in the United States contains ethanol. In 2005, under President Bush, we enacted what's called the Renewable Fuel Standard. By using 10% in our fuel nationwide, it allows us to cut down on 10% of that oil that we have bringing in. And what that's done is basically helped to make us, as the United States, an energy independent nation. 1,400 people are employed by the ethanol plants here in the state of Nebraska. When you start looking at indirect jobs, that gets up to around 3,000 to 4,000 people who are affected in some way with ethanol. But the reality of it is we are all affected here in the state of Nebraska. We are an agricultural state in Nebraska. 1 in 4 jobs depends on agriculture. Agriculture depends on ethanol because that is a major market for the corn growers here in the state. About 38% of the 2018 corn crop that was grown here in the state of Nebraska went into ethanol production.
We need to foster this, and we need to expand this ethanol production. Corn can have a lot more uses besides just feeding it to cattle or livestock. Not only get ethanol, but we get distillers grains, and we can move now into bioplastics and things such as that. It's a win-win deal.
Ethanol is a molecule that is made by fermentation. The farmer harvests the corn, they take that into the ethanol plant. The ethanol plant then grinds that corn and they put it into what's called a mash and introduce enzymes in there, which those enzymes then take that starch that's in that corn, break it down and convert that starch into ethanol. That goes through what's called a distiller as it's heated, and as it goes through the distiller, the ethanol turns into a gas faster than what anything else in that mix turns into. So they're able to separate the ethanol out as a gas. That gas is then cooled into a liquid, which then is collected, and you have the ethanol that comes out of your plant.
For more information about ethanol, please visit nebraska.ethanol.gov.